Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is about to break out because the triangle is finally coming to an end. Get ready for a massive move and let me show you the exact price targets. Now, first you're actually going to see, only a couple of days ago, Bitcoin got a rejection from approximately 114,000 US dollars. But why so? You can see liquidity is definitely moving this specific market. Not only we grabbed the liquidity exactly above this specific high, but also we went slightly higher, grabbed the liquidity at 113.6 thousand US dollars. We hit the level almost exactly to the dollar accuracy, and only after that, Bitcoin got a rejection back down. And of course, we also need to ask ourselves, why did we bounce at 107,000 US dollars? Again, surprisingly or maybe not, we grabbed the liquidity exactly below our recent low, but also our liquidity level was aligning almost perfectly with the golden Fibonacci ratio. From the low right here back towards the high, you can right now see two perfect levels aligning, liquidity with our golden pocket, but also we can go one step further. Pay attention to the Bitcoin semi futures chart. With the entire push down, Bitcoin finally filled the entire semi gap right here. We hit a very important level, and talking about the probabilities, we actually had quite a high probability of Bitcoin bouncing back towards the upside. This is right now, of course, why I still do remain in all of my long trades on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and also on Solana. And later in the video, I'm even going to share with you exactly what is the next trade I'm going to be paying attention to. And no, it's not going to be a long trade. Also, pay attention to the CVD indicator and the open interest indicator. The CVD indicator, the yellow line right here, is showing to us if the buying or selling pressure is coming in the market. And clearly right now, we are getting quite a significant push down. We are forming brand new lower lows on the CVD indicator. But pay attention to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is clearly pushing higher. So this right here is right now telling to us selling pressure is coming in the market because lower lows are being formed on the CVD, but we are still pushing higher. Logically thinking, this right here, it simply means even though people are shorting or selling Bitcoin, we are pushing higher, which means bullish absorption is right now in play, bullish divergence, and of course also a bullish Bitcoin indication. This is right now also one of the reasons why ideally I would like Bitcoin to get another push towards the upside and potentially also break our symmetrical triangle also, of course, towards the upside. This triangle is right now the one that everyone is talking about, so probably it is not going to play out exactly. However, I would like to share with you exactly what is going to be the price target if right now Bitcoin does get a push towards the upside, and also where I'm going to be securing the profits on my Bitcoin long position, on Ethereum long position, and also on Solana long trade. But what we can right now do, first, we are going to go with our trend line, measuring the entire opening of our triangle, putting the trend line on the potential breakout that might occur in the next couple of days. If there is going to be a push up, we can be talking about the price targets of 125.2 thousand US dollar area, which is actually going to be very, very close towards our all-time high. But to be honest right now, I am not going to be waiting with my long position to take profits at the all-time high. I want to pay myself along the way just in case we are going to get a rejection slightly earlier. And later in the video, I'm going to share with you the exact level I'm right now, first of all, paying attention to. Additionally, why we can be expecting a breakout literally in the next couple of days. Pay attention right now to the RSI indicator in a combination with the Bitcoin price, because usually if the RSI is also getting a triangle right here, you're going to see definitely the breakout is imminent. The only question is, are we going to get a breakout towards the upside or towards the downside? But to be honest right now, ideally, I am looking for higher because of the bullish absorption right here and also because of other bullish indications we are going to talk about. But right now also, I would appreciate for you to smash up the like button because 1000 likes are really possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Now, let me also first of all share with you that yes, unfortunately, the month of October is being slightly in red. We are being 2.1% in negative. However, going right now with the monthly chart, let us right to see how high Bitcoin actually needs to get a push towards the upside for us to close the month of October in 2025 back in green. So you're going to see we got the monthly candle open at approximately 114,000 US dollars. So it right now means if Bitcoin does get a push towards the upside in the next 5 days before the monthly candle is going to close, for sure, month of October can actually be green. And to be honest right now, I would like to see Bitcoin getting another push towards the upside simply because this specific area is going to be a very interesting level talking about liquidations, but also it is going to be another very important high-term time frame area of resistance at 115,000 US dollars. But to be honest right now, I don't really think that this specific area is the biggest area of resistance, and no, at this specific level, I am not going to be taking the profits on my Bitcoin long trade. Ideally, I want even higher. Why higher? Because also, pay right now attention to our horizontal range. It really does look like Bitcoin is once again trading back in our range, and again, with the entire push down, when Bitcoin filled the semi gap, we hit also our golden Fibonacci ratio, we grabbed the liquidity below the recent low, we also, as you can see right here, tapped the bottom of our horizontal range almost to the exact dollar accuracy. Additionally, you're right now going to see not only Bitcoin is back into our range right here, but also measuring the entire range with the volume, you can notice we are above the value area low. This, in my opinion, is definitely another bullish Bitcoin indication. And additionally, we can be measuring the volume of our triangle, seeing the value area low coming in at 108,000 US dollars, acting as an area of support for Bitcoin. So this right here is also going to be another reason why ideally I am looking for higher. And as I said before to you, the first area of resistance is coming in exactly at the value area high at 115,000 US dollars, aligning beautifully also with our daily high term time frame level. But the biggest area of resistance is not going to be this specific level, but it's going to be just slightly higher. And the bigger level, of course, is going to be always another golden Fibonacci ratio. Let me right to share with you another major area you should really pay attention to if Bitcoin right to discontinue its way even higher. We go from our high right here, or actually from the all-time high back towards the low. Golden Fibonacci ratio coming in at 117,000 US dollars, aligning very nicely also with our major liquidity level, and also measuring right now again the volume of our entire horizontal range and going with the point of control or the biggest volume cluster. You can actually see the point of control is coming in approximately at our golden pocket, approximately at our liquidity level. So what we can right now say, the first level for us to be aware of is again going to be the daily level. However, ideally, because the market usually likes to grab as much liquidity as possible, we would like to see slightly higher above our liquidity level towards our golden Fibonacci ratio and also towards our major point of control at 118,000 US dollars. This specific area right here is going to be my take profit on Bitcoin once ideally we are right now going to push higher. Of course, if the level right here is going to break, happy days for Bitcoin, we might be looking for another all-time high. But again, I don't want to risk right now holding my long position for such a long time. I need to pay myself just in case we are going to be wrong on our idea, Bitcoin does not form another all-time high, and we simply get another major crash back towards downside. Also, pay right now attention to our liquidations, because on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, bigger liquidations are not going to be below our recent lows right here, but actually above our recent highs. Approximately 166 million of short positions are going to get liquidated if Bitcoin continues higher. This is right now also another reason why ideally I would like for Bitcoin to go higher. Ideally, of course, also hit our major area of resistance. And of course, at the area of resistance, as I said before to you, of course, we can be paying ourselves with our long positions, but also potentially enter another short trade. This is right now why, if you want to trade with us, make sure you take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus with the first link down below, because Bybit Exchange is right now giving to you only after you're going to register completely for free 20 USDT after you sign up, then you deposit $100 because you're going to get another 20 USDT, but also then make sure you open up some trades because you're going to get even more bonuses up to 30,000 US dollars using the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Right now, let me also talk about our exponential moving averages because usually we want to pay attention of the average trend of Bitcoin. Are we moving towards the upside? Is Bitcoin's gravity pulling it towards the upside or towards downside? How we can do that? Personally, I like to use 250 exponential moving average on multiple time frames, and you're right now going to see on the 4-hourly time frame, clearly as right now, we are still moving in a downtrend. 50 EMA is below 200 EMA, but it actually does look like potentially the average trend might be changing. On the 1-hourly time frame, we are right now already in an average uptrend. 50 EMA is above 200 EMA. This right here is right now suggesting us that the gravity on Bitcoin on the 1-hourly is pulling it towards the upside. On the 2-hourly, potentially in the next couple of hours, we are also going to get a bullish cross. So this right here is also going to be another bullish Bitcoin indication. However, of course, with our plan right here, I'm right now telling to you that the probability is higher of us to move towards the upside. However, what if our plan is not going to play out and Bitcoin does get a major crash back towards the downside? What is going to be our first very important area of support? For that, I'm going to go on the weekly time frame because only in the next 15 hours and 23 minutes, we are going to get a brand new weekly candle, and we are also going to get a brand new weekly high-term time frame area of support exactly at 108.6 thousand US dollars. And this specific level right here is really not a random level. You can right now see when we go with our golden Fibonacci ratio exactly from the low back towards the high. Golden pocket coming in exactly at our weekly. Additionally, you're going to see our previous low was formed exactly right here. So we can right now say we do also have liquidity level right here, but also what if we are measuring the entire volume again of our symmetrical triangle? You're right now going to see value area low coming in almost or actually to the exact dollar accuracy at our golden pocket, at our liquidity level, and also at our weekly level. So I would say like that, if you're right now not in any long trades, looking for a long position at the areas of support can still be a valid setup right here. However, of course, you need to manage your risk. That being said, setting stop losses below the area of support in a case our plan is not going to play out and Bitcoin potentially is going to get a major breakdown towards downside. However, I would right now say looking for the buys at the areas of support is still going to be one of the best things to do, especially if then Bitcoin is going to get a breakout out of our symmetrical triangle towards the upside for us to go towards our major golden Fibonacci ratio right here to actually liquidate as much people as possible that are right now still holding their short positions, but of course also to then potentially continue its way massively towards the upside if of course our golden Fibonacci ratio right here is going to be broken. But nevertheless, as right now, I do remain in my long positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and also on Solana, and ideally I want to see higher. This is right now why if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus with the first link down below, because only after you register you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free, but then make sure you deposit because you're going to get another 20 USDT using the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.